Is this another warehouse?
It looks like it.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to ninth, but why?
What does it mean?
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
But what on earth does that mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor?
Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
From the other side, maybe?
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white.
Do you think they could be chromatic doors? There are 3 of them.
But they're all the same color.
Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one. All they'd need is one of the moon keys.
We can ask them when we get there. Come on!
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
You got a problem? Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the 8B rooms.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
Oh, thank goodness! You're all here. Yes, it's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. His condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no. Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not it. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
You son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not going to be much we can do with it.
Luna?
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the garden. Plenty of vegetation, but unfortunately, no medicine.
Oh, God. Then he's going to... Oh, God, no.
The pantry. There was tons of food everywhere, but Excelavir? Nothing.
We're all going to die. I'd rather die here!
What are you doing here? Help me? What do you mean? No. I need it to get this bracelet off. Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to... No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now. If you do, you'll get what you need to escape. Is that so?
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct? Why not?
Huh? What's this? There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room, too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma? Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain. until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on! We need to hurry!
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Two minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote? Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it. Sigma, what's wrong with your hand? There's something white on it. Are you all right? Really? But... Sigma...
30 seconds remain until polling closes. Ten seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
So you chose Ally after all. Do you want to go see the results?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here! They're gonna show the results!
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible! Look, everyone voted Ally! You did just like you promised, Kay!
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted Ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something. Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down? Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically! The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were. Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something. Something?
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
like this room. Could we go somewhere else? Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier. You know this place? Oh, I see. Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me? Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box. Yes. Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird? That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson. Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up. Yes, when Til and Mittel try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends. It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy. You know, Sigma, I think you might be Til. You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve. Can I ask you something? Where did you find Alice? Just answer me. Where did you find Alice? Where were you before that? So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right? Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place? Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here? See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand. Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood. Scared? Why would I be scared? Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared. Maybe because you're a robot. Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories. Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests. Yes. Well, the atom should be able to tell us. Is someone there?
Just me. Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something. Welcome. I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely. Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while. Well, I was taking a walk. Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now? Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first? Huh? What? Why? How can you... There's no way.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay? You sound pretty sure of yourself. What? Okay, let's go.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now.
I see. So you remember it too? The other round 2. Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay? Yes. That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Phi?
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here. Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving. Through the number 9 door. Fine. Forget about it. This time you chose Ally and I chose Betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Huh?
I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah, I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
Oh man, that's a relief.
Please don't scare us like that again.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
Oh, that's right. Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
I'm a magenta pair.
Me too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair. The cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
Sigma, what colors are added together to create cyan? What color would you get by adding your red to that? Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about. They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes. If we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. I'm kind of worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Huh? What is it?
Go on. What?
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Where?
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... let's see...
1 hour and 57 minutes.
I think approximately half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
That sounds good to me.
Right, I'll tell the others too.
So it seems. I've been here the whole time. Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad. I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here. I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met? Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti? Why do you say that? You're right. Do you know what it means? The Latin part. What about the other part? No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you? Huh? Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert. Oh, that. That's from, this. Look at the back. Yeah. A memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento. She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind. Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name. I don't even know if he's alive. That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipsi protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities. That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone. There's something else we need to do too, though. Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So... yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on. I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually. We can talk while we look. Now get started. I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds. Yes, I don't mean physical planets in this case. Talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds. Do you know about the many worlds interpretation? Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move? Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Interesting choice. You clapped your hands, right? But you could have chosen to cheer or blow a kiss, right? The details don't matter. Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity. Each of those branches is an alternate world, a world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things? Anyway, that's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history. Can you say for sure that you are? All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out. Hey, you stopped. Are you done with that shelf? Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer that. I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you? Also, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too. All right. Everything's ready. Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box. This'll only take a minute. Now look. What do you see? From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it? Oh, man. This again? I find that hard to believe. Ugh, fine. Maybe I can just ignore it. All right, what else do you see? Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material, and the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas. Idiot. It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight? And the jar of ink? Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid and pretend an hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box. Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box. Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar? And what if the jar doesn't break? Haha. And And what are the chances of either of those things happening? Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead? Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead? Nope. You're wrong. That's wrong too. The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive. It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities. Right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrödinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness. Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up. Insane? Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you? Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game? When you chose betray, what was my vote? But what happened this time? Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button? I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose betray, then my vote was ally. If you chose ally, then my vote was betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you? Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example. All right, answer this question. What number is the die on? Okay, I'm going to open the lid. Good job. You got it right. Was it? Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on? Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter. Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least. Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was. Your choice in the future has an effect on the past. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds. Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up. Yeah. If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just... well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters? What if you've got it backwards? We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside. Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
Oh, good! There you are!
Did something happen?
Yes! We found it! What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb! The number 2 bomb is in the control room. Yeah.
This is one of them, all right. No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Well, not really, but, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us. Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course. Although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah. Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two. They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine. Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
there's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white. We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them... Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team. Yeah, well, I can get Luna to help me.
True, I'm sure she'd be happy to help. He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried. It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen. 3.5 kilograms. If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they... my job? Did you hear about that from Alice? Oh, well, she's right then. That's, what we call the coffee machines. I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified. The government?
The government?
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left? How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly! I'm heading back then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Turned out I was right. It fit perfectly. Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them. If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them.
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs? Not that I expect you to do that. So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes.
But
No buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? All right. Let's see. Huh? What? Why? How can you...
What did you choose, Sigma? No. That's as good as saying you chose betray.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What did you do, Clover?
Sorry. It wasn't me.
Sigma, huh?
Yeah.
Care to explain this, then?
What?
Are you going with him, Clover?
Hey, wait! Son of a bitch actually did it?
Sigma.
Don't give me that shit. I know a liar when I see one. Are you guys just gonna let him run off like this?
No way. I can't allow that. He took advantage of a sick kid. He's just a coward.
Agreed.
I also agree.
That's it then. Let's get him. Ready?
Yeah.
He's toast.
Just leave it to us.
Give it up! Charge!
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
I know. Go, Clover.
Huh?
You're the only one of us with 9 BP. Nobody else can get out.
But
This is an order from your commanding officer. You are to escape from this facility. Once you've accomplished that, call for help.
that's...
Stop complaining and go. If that door closes, it's all over. None of us will get out of here alive. Leave! gave me much choice.
Alice!
Go! Call for help! I'm counting on you!
Alice! No! I can't!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game. Please direct. Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
So, that's how it is, huh? Promises are made to be broken, I see. I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility. That was a completely different situation. Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that? Really? Then what's that? Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
The number 9 door.
She opened it.
Shit! Sorry. Alice gave me an order, though.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help. My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AV game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever. That can't happen. I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer. Escape.
Promise? So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it? What? Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
The number 9 door It will remain open for...
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Clover!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
Bye, guys.
The number not this end. Thank you. As the game escape, please.
She's gone.
Shit!
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Why? I'm going to the infirmary. Why? I already know what they're going to be. Excuse me.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game. Please direct. Points have please.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting!
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly. Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human.
Then explain that white stuff.
I'm afraid you're not being very convincing. No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
No, I don't think so! So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
What? No! No! There's no way she'd do that! All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice. Yes, I think so.
You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be! Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself? What? But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth! Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago, so if you don't have any proof...
Journal? Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Sure. Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this. Huh? Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab? You just knew? Come on.
Yeah.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open. Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go. Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean,
I've never been locked up in here. You never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later. Yeah, can't exactly leave them behind.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Quark, you're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh God. Quark.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So, where's everybody else? Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kinda silly. Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open? Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry, come on! How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
chromatic doors have opened. Five minutes remain until chromatic.
You're late. Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake!
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? Huh?
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry!
But there are 3 doors.
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the extremities.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so center door it is.
I suppose we could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections? All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic doors close.
Hurry it up, Vi. This thing's gonna close.
I know.
It's time we were going as well.
Right! Sure.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
Maybe. Or maybe not. Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.